Professor Alexander Hoffman is the very wealthy owner of an investment hedge fund type of firm that makes stock market predictions. I think that's the gist of his job. One day he comes home from work to his $42 million home in Geneva, and he finds a package that has been left for him. In it is a valuable copy of a book by Darwin. It's a first edition copy, and he thanks his wife for getting it for him because he's wanted the book for a long time. She tells him she didn't gift it to him. He then calls Hugo, his business partner or associate, who tells him he didn't send it to Alex either. Perhaps it was a gesture of appreciation from a client. That evening, Alex gets woken up when the light shines into his bedroom, so he goes exploring. His alarm system is flashing red as though there has been a breach, and there's a random pair of old boots in the house in the middle of the foyer. He calls the police reporting that there may be an intruder in the house, and he actually catches a glimpse of the guy before getting knocked out. The detectives arrive to his home then. Obviously the intruder's long gone, but he's fine, and they're asking questions like who else had the alarm codes. He answers that only his head of security knows the codes, apart from him and his wife. It's also noted that none of the expensive artwork or jewelry has been stolen. Alex then tells the inspector that the man, the intruder, looked exactly like one of the photos in the Darwin book that was just sent to him. At first he says it is him, but the photo's over 100 years old, so obviously the detective just thinks it's his head injury talking or something. Anyway, they go to the hospital because Alexander was unconscious for 25 minutes. While they're giving Alex a CT brain scan, he has these images of his wife being murdered in their bed, a ball gag in her mouth. It looks like a memory, but it's obviously not, can't be. The scans show no swelling or fracture, but they would like to do an MRI scan because there are some spots. Tiny hemorrhages in the brain tissue. He doesn't really wait around though. He ends up going back to work because he has to close this $60 billion deal. When he's there at his firm, his security person says that the alarm codes weren't breached. Somehow the intruder must have gotten his hands on the code. He then presses Alex, asks him if he told the detective everything. As though he knows that Alex might be hiding something. It's an eerie moment. Alex eventually calls the bookseller and says he'd like to thank the sender of the gift, so can he have that contact? The seller says that Alex was the one who bought the book. He ordered it via email and made the $10,000 bank transfer. Alex later Googles early onset dementia because of the weirdness he's experiencing. So he's about to go into his important meeting when two employees sound the alarm to him because he apparently authorized a short on Vista Airways. I think I maybe learned from the show Billions that shorting stock means buying stock, selling it right away, and then buying them back at a lower price later on. It's a big deal on all of these stock market shows, and I think it's a big risk. I don't know if it's like shady to do this or if it's just really risky. In any case, the employees are really worried about this short thing, but Alex is so focused on the meeting, he doesn't have time to handle this. Obviously, at this point, I think he didn't actually do it, or someone did it in his name, like with the book buying, or he's slowly losing his mind and he's forgetting things that he actually has done. Up until this point, he's been very jittery and slightly confused because the hit to the head was pretty bad, but he manages to hold it together and gives a really impressive speech about algorithms and trading in the financial markets. Lots of stock market jargon, but it looks like it's going well. At the end of the episode, at the house, the investigators find out that the security cameras were programmed to turn off between 4 and 4:30 in the morning, and they found no signs of an intrusion. They also find out that Alex was fired from his previous job due to a violent incident, and they start to set their sights on him. Who is Professor Alexander Hoffman? And that's episode 1 of the Fear Index. I'll admit, I only decided to watch this because of Josh Hartnett, and I think he's very good in this. It's very much a psychological thriller with high suspense, and I felt slightly stressed watching it. This genre isn't usually for me, even though I do think that the show is good. I will be watching this though, because Josh Hartnett, and it's something different to what I normally watch. Anyway, that's it for this video. Thank you for watching.